All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to episode 17 of Closet Talk. I am your host, Ethan. That is right. Joining me today is nobody in the closet except for myself. However, we do have some new technology in this area. We have the ability to audio record. Audio recording is the best audio recording of video recording. Sorry, I misspoke. It's all right. Sir, what was that time you said about, you said something about audio recording, but I didn't say that. I didn't say anything. That was my horrible impression of whatever. Yeah, now we can video record. That's what we got. We got video recording here, which means I can show you guys videos, right? This kind of also will give you some inspiration to go over, and follow on YouTube, because I really wanted this to be a video podcast, but just like figuring out, like, because you can't, like, I can't teach anybody how to do this. Like, you have to kind of like learn on your own, and nobody was teaching me, so I had to like figure out how to get mics hooked up and then audio software, and then I really wanted it to be a video podcast, and I'm just like, okay, well, how do I record? I'm like in a fucking closet. Is that even going to be entertaining to anybody? You know? And now I've finally figured out how to make this a video podcast. So hopefully it works. We're probably going to deal with some bugs and glitches and all that other shit, but we're going to learn as we go along, and eventually it'll just grow into what I see it to be. But for the most part right now, I'm still just enjoying the fact that I get to talk to you guys. The Facebook page is up to 49 followers right now. So that's 49 people that are potentially going to hear this. Just me ranting to myself in a fucking closet. Putting my ideas out into the world like we need another asshole's opinion out there, right? Do we even need another opinion in the world? Well, according to Gary Vaynerchuk, who I just love to follow. That guy is so inspiring, and he's just killing it. He says if you're not making content, then you're irrelevant, right? And he also says no matter what you do, your job is to tell your story. So that is what we are here. That's what Closet Talk is about. If you're new to what Closet Talk is and you're not really sure what it is that you liked or are in for, basically on this show, I just like to talk about anything and everything, from drugs to religion to anything that's interesting, anything that has a preconceived belief of how it should be. I like to just let's dissect that and try to form new questions, come to new conclusions, right? And just try to maybe like advance our thinking process a little bit, because some of the shit that I'm seeing out there in the world right now is like, I just don't understand. Like, how could you even be in that mindset? No, I hit the mic there. See, so unprofessional. But now you get to see me do it. Ha ha! If you're watching on YouTube anyways. If you're not, I'm still going to try to make this, because even though we're going to show some videos, and some of the videos don't have sound, so I'm going to try to, explain it as best as possible. But I would highly encourage you, if you're going to watch the podcast, watch it on YouTube. For those of you listening on Anchor FM or wherever else you may be hearing this, I'll try to make the audio as good for you as possible. And so, yeah, if you're new, welcome. If you've been listening since the beginning, thank you very much. I appreciate all your love and support. And, without further ado, I figured I'll show you this week's video. Not this week's video, because I don't want to keep it to one video. But it is a long-awaited video for anybody who's been following since the beginning of this. It is a long-awaited video, and I told you I would get it, and I told you that that it would happen eventually, and I finally got it to happen, right? So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Papaya Apology. What are you, cold? See? Told you I had a hot girlfriend. Hey. See your face eventually. Now you know. Say sorry.
Sorry.
For?
The papaya.
Oh! I told you I'd fucking get it, motherfuckers. You see that? Do you see that? I told you. See, eventually, I knew she was going to admit it. Eventually, she can't. I know my lady's an asshole, but she's not that much of an asshole to where if she did wrong, she was going to hold out forever. But I told you that I would get that apology, and we got it, right? We got it. Me and my lady, we were up in Virginia City. Which is, here, it's right up Geiger Grade here in Reno, and it's like an old town, old mining town, and it's just the streets, like the sidewalks are still wood, right? There's all these saloons and everything everywhere. It's like still looks like it's back in 1801 or whatever time it was booming. But we decided to go spend the night up there, and so we booked a room at the Silver Queen, and supposedly the Silver Queen is haunted, blah, blah, blah. So when I booked the room, I asked the lady at the front desk, I'm like, hey, I hear the rooms are haunted or something. She's like, that's up to your own perception, man. Like, trying to make it all, like, ominous and shit. I'm like, dude, don't try to tell me about showmanship, all right? I got more stage presence than you, all right? So don't try to sell me on your little fake little ad over there. Yeah, so she's just like, yeah, no, it's up to your own interpretation, burp, burp, burp. And I'm like, dude, okay, I don't want any of the haunting shit, right? I don't want my bed fucking shaking in the middle of the night, something being thrown at me while I'm trying to sleep, right? I just want to have a nice evening with my lady, get some drinks, eat some food, have a room to do it in, and enjoy each other's bodies all night, all right? So she's like, oh yeah, no worries, no problem. Burr, 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 burr. And see, I should be a SoundCloud rapper too. Yeah, so she books us in room 11. Okay, and we get up there, we're eating some food, we're having some drinks, we're having a good time. We're building up the tension for the body enjoying of each other. God, my vocabulary just stinks. So we're sitting at this little Red Dog saloon they have up there, and we're talking about being at the Silver Queen and all that shit. And yeah, these two old ladies overhear us, and they're just like, oh, you're staying at the Silver Queen? And we're like, yeah. And they were just like, what room you staying in? And we're like, room 11. And she's like, oh, that's the most haunted room there is. And we're just both look at each other like, what? We specifically asked the lady with no stage presence or showmanship to give us a non-room, right? I don't need to wake up to my girlfriend's head like spinning around like in The Exorcist, screaming at me for something. The dinner you took me to was horrible. Some shit. I don't know what demons say. I was just like, fuck. What? I mean, I specifically told the lady at the front desk, none of that shit, right? I just want to enjoy the weekend, not be scared the whole weekend. But it's already like 12 o'clock at night by the time we're talking to these ladies at this bar, and it's too late to change the room. And like, I didn't want to be like, oh, let's change the room, because then I'd be like, kind of, I don't want to look like a pussy, even though I am. Right? I'll be honest. They're just like, yeah, the ghost that haunts that room, her name is Rosie. She prefers men. Like, she rips the blankets off you in the middle of the night. She killed herself in the bathtub that's still in the fucking room. So automatically, I'm the target, right? And I can't look at my lady and be like, all right, no, we need to change rooms, right? What fucking pussy does that? No, we're sleeping in the room, lady. I don't give a shit. I'll get a ghost in some fucking headlock. I don't care. Tell me how that makes sense. Yeah, so we're in the room, and we go up there, and we're just trying to ignore the fact of, like, dead people, and we're just trying to enjoy each other's bodies. And we did so all the way until about 2:20 in the morning. Shit starts settling down, right? The sweat starts drying up, huh? Flake the little crusties off you. That's disgusting. And yeah, so 2:20 rolls around, and we just kind of look at each other, and we're just like, all right, this is usually the time when we go to bed. And so I, like a pussy, just made some excuse. Hey, you want to go out for another drink? Let's go out for another drink. So we just start walking the streets of Virginia City at 2:30 in the morning like a couple of fucking homeless people. And, yeah, we find this one saloon that's open all night. And we sit there and we talk with this lady till the break of dawn. We ended up sitting there all night. Fuck that. We both, in a roundabout way, we're just like, we're not sleeping in a haunted room. It's not happening. But I was smart, and I left the little audio recorder going for the whole time we were out, reviewed the audio, and got back like some knocks and some bangs. And here's the thing. We were the only guests in the hotel at the time. The only guests. So whatever like knocks and bangs that we heard, it wasn't from other people. Now, could it be from the house settling because it's old, it's on a fucking hill that's just ready to go into landslide mode any day? Could be, you know. I'm not saying that it was a ghost, but I am saying that they were weird. One of them sounded like a clap. Yeah, so, yeah, that happened. And I don't know, maybe I'll share the audio. I don't know if it's interesting enough to put on the podcast, but are any of you guys into that kind of ghost hunting stuff? I know Virginia City is like one of the places to do it if you are. So, yeah, that was going on. But we got the papaya apology out of that. My lady's like, I was drunk. No, you're not using that excuse. Fuck you. You said it. You apologized. And now we all get to enjoy it. Speaking of enjoyment, let's take a look at something here. I want to show it to you. And this will be the first time that we get to look at a video together. Okay, so for those of you listening, this is just a video of this is a video of me being right. All right, this is, you know how I'm always like, oh, we're just monkeys in skinny jeans. We just got iPhones, right? So we think we're better than everybody. No, we're not. We're literally just people. We're just monkeys. That's all we are. We're just monkeys with skinny jeans and camera phones, you know, and thank goodness for the invention of the camera phone, because now we can all show each other how much of a fucking monkey we are. All right, so I'm gonna play this here for you. There is no audio, so without further ado over there, let's watch the first video. So like again, check us out. Us. I always say check us out, like like there's multiple people here, or I have a co-host. There's nobody here. It's just me and these 49 listeners. All right, so let's watch this thing. So here we see a lady with a Steven Tyler looking haircut, and she's yelling at an employee, and she is not happy. I guess she's at a Tim Hortons. I don't even know what they sell at Tim Hortons. I know it's in British Columbia, right? But this is some security footage. You got the guy behind the register. Oh, she's grabbing something. She's grabbing some napkins. Why is she grabbing napkins? Looks like she's taking off her belt, getting ready to spank the guy behind the counter, and nope, she doesn't do that. She just takes a giant shit right in the middle of the floor and then fucking flings it at the guy. Wipes her ass. Look at this. Look at the way she wipes her ass, just up and down like she's scrubbing a dish. Like she's fucking scrubbing a dish. Not even like she's wiping her ass. I like the guy off to the right who's like, after the whole thing goes down, he's like still looking at the person over the counter. Like, am I still going to get my burrito? Or whatever it is they're selling, right? Dude, talk about a bad fucking day at work, right? Just a horrible fucking day at work. Like, imagine going into work and you get shit flung at you. Dude, she really flung the poop like a monkey. That's what she did with her little Steven Tyler haircut. What do they even sell at Tim Hortons? Let's look that up. I don't know what they sell at Tim Hortons there. Let's just go to Google. So she comes in, she's upset, she's yelling at somebody, she's doing the whole disc jockey thing, like, and then she grabs a handful of napkins, and at that point I would get pretty damn suspicious about, like, why is she grabbing napkins Why is she grabbing napkins? And then she starts pulling down her pants, and it's like, all right, I've seen enough of these woman pooping videos on the internet to know what's going to happen now. Would you quit your job after that? That's like, dude, I didn't sign up for this shit. Would you? I mean, would you quit your job after that? All right, let's see. Tim Hortons menu. Let's see. Tim Hortons. Oh, it's like a coffee breakfast sandwich bowl place. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at their menu. All right. Look at that. Oh, it looks like a Sonic. That's what it looks. It looks like a Sonic. Right? So what? She got upset because they put fucking tomatoes on her sandwich and she said no. Right? They didn't put the little sprinkles in the fucking mocha latte that she ordered. She flipped out. What would cause you to do that? Right? What kind of service did she receive or not receive in order to do that? To just drop trowel, poop, and then just throw it at a dude. Yeah, it's like a little mini Sonic. That's what it looks like. Oh, it's like an East Coast thing. All right. Sorry, that was gross if you heard me sniffing. Yeah, it's a little East Coast thing right there. Little Tim Hortons over there. Yeah. What kind of cert? This she didn't get the sprinkles. God damn it! This is the 5th time I've asked for sprinkles on this fucking latte multiple times. No, this place is shit, and I'm gonna show you what shit is. Ah! Maybe. What would make me do that? What would make me flip out and take a shit in the middle of a restaurant? Dude, I gotta tell you, like, I got beef with Subway. Like, it was like my second job. And I know how unfresh your fucking food is. Don't lie to me. 'Cause I used to work there. And, yeah, I got beef with Subway. Dude, I went there and I ordered a veggie sandwich. And a veggie sandwich, it seems fucking basic, right? It's basic. What goes on a veggie sandwich? Maybe all the fucking vegetables you got. Put all the veggies on the fucking bun. All of them. Put all the fucking vegetables on the fucking bun. Okay, so this fucking idiot literally takes tomatoes, sliced tomatoes. Oh, no. That was a different one. Okay, yes. See, the layers of hate for Subway just keep going. So the first one with the veggie sandwich. They only put, like, peppers, like a couple pieces of lettuce, right? Like a slice of avocado at the end, and, like, a lot of mustard. There was, like, 4 items on the fucking sandwich. Dude, I damn near flipped out. Like, the thing gave me heartburn. I was so fucking pissed. And, like, with every bite of the sandwich, I just kept getting more and more angry. Like, fucking Subway. God damn it. Anytime anybody says, hey, let's go to Subway, I want to push them off of a fucking cliff. Just, you are in with the lady throwing her shit. That's the demographic you fall into, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just being an asshole. Yeah, the other time was I ordered tomatoes on the sandwich, and the lady actually took the sliced tomatoes and put them on the sandwich. Not in between the pieces of bread, on top of the fucking bread. And I'm just like, what? And what makes you look at that and think that's okay? What? I mean, see, this is why you work at Subway. Because you don't fucking pay attention. It's not that hard. Just make a sandwich. Everybody knows how to make a fucking sandwich, right? You get the bread, you put the fucking mayo mustard on there, you lay your lettuce, tomato, your meat, you close it with your fucking cheese, and that's it. It's not hard. I literally can make a sandwich. I think I can make a sandwich with my feet, right? With a blindfold. I bet you it's so fucking easy, right? I don't know, probably not the feet, because my feet don't have thumbs, but you get my point, you know? So, this lady, the poop-throwing lady, they probably put tomatoes on her sandwich on top. That's what would make me do it. All right, you know what? Fuck this. Pull down my pants. No, see, even as pissed as I've been in those situations, it's still not enough to make me take a shit in public. And what's weird is every time I see these videos, too, like, it's always like women. I used to have a bit about that on stage. I used to have a bit about that. Women pooping in public, because there's a billion videos on the internet of women doing this, and yeah, I just looked at it and I was like, you know, that has to be a Black Friday thing. You know, think about it. And this used to be my bit. It has to be a Black Friday thing, Right? Everybody's trampling each other to get the fuck in the store and grab whatever it is that they want, some half-off blender or some shit. Trampling everybody. You know, they've been standing outside all morning drinking coffee just so they can be fucking amped up enough to fucking run somebody over. And then they get inside. Mother Nature takes over a little bit and they're just like, fuck! I had those wonton tacos last night and they're fucking catching up to me. Right? So then they just drop trow in the middle of the store and, let it go. I saw this video of this lady. She drops trow in the store and she just like, this was an article. She wiped her ass with $200 worth of baby clothes and then kept shopping. Right? Got to get half off that Swiffer. Can't let a little bit of poop stop us from, getting a, 75% off a Hannah Montana t-shirt. Yeah, so you see, I just don't get it. We are literally just monkeys. That's all we are. This is always my point, right? And I'm really hoping that somebody reaches out and just agrees with me. Because every time I'm out in public or I'm like looking at people or doing that people watching thing, I'm just like, man, I just see all of us. Like, I can totally see it. We're all just naked, sitting in trees, right? Flinging poop at each other. Except now we have, like, we can text each other. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. Right? We can do that. That's the only thing that separates us from them is the iPhone and the microphones and the fucking skinny jeans and the SoundCloud rappers, right? You could put diamonds on your fucking teeth. You can talk. But other than, you don't got as much hair. But other than that, our basic emotional principles, I would say, are pretty much the same. You want to be dominant. You want to be on top. And anybody that's, gets in the way of that, you just throw a little bit of poop, at them, and you get your way. So, yeah. Okay, what are we at here? Because, you see, I really wanted to do this, make this like an hour long thing, because it's going to be once a week. But for the sake of just, this being a new video podcast, I got to see how the editing process is going to go and how long everything's going to take me. But this video will be out today, which is Monday, 5/21/18. So I want to thank all the new people for following. This is my little show. This is what we talk about. We talk about things like this, shit that's happened to me, my story, but I would also love to hear your story. So follow the podcast on Facebook. Also Instagram. Instagram is where I'll post like little funny videos or clips or things that I want to talk about on the podcast. So you'll get like some kind of sneak peek behind the scenes bullshit over there. And then, of course, YouTube. Because then you could just watch this entire podcast and you can see these things as I watch them and see my reactions. So make sure you subscribe on that. But I mainly want to hear from you guys. I would like to interview you guys. I'd like you guys to be on the podcast. I want to hear some of your ideas on these topics. We could watch a video together, whatever it is. You don't have, you don't have to be a comic or whatever. You don't have to be anything. You just be a person. Let's talk and let's exchange some ideas and beliefs, or call up and call me an asshole, say you disagree, and let's have the argument and record it and put it out there, right? I want to bring value to you guys, so I want to hear some of the topics and things that you guys would find useful. So please submit any, requests or questions, comments, or just call me a fag to closettalkwithethan@gmail.com. And, we'll get everything going. So, thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode, and I will catch you on the next one. Can he have some chocolate milk? You see this? This is what I'm dealing with. Chocolate milk, kid over here. I'll get you some chocolate milk. Just let Dad finish this up, okay? All right, I love you. I like your camouflage. All right, yeah, anyways, that's my kid. You guys will get to know him too eventually. And, he's just watching his dad talk to himself in a closet. So, anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this one, and I will catch you on the next.